All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bortles to throw on second down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
73.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Green 80. 72. Green is good.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Allen from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36.
380, 380, and 54 Ricky.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Going deep for Moncrief. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually do.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And some room to roam now. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
All right, now look at 56. Hurry up, look at 56. Green, 39. Green.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Lucy. Set. Green 80.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Star Lotulelei forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Green 80. Green 80.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And caught by Curley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. first down carry here from McCoy. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Green 80. Green 80. Green 80.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Tight end right. Tight end right. Check. Green 80.
Now Bortles. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Lucy. Green 80.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to sling this deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Here's a give to Fournette. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go, let's go. Spread left, spread left, spread left. You got 4. You got 4. Check. Green 80.
Here's Bortles to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Bortles going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first down, Allen. And going over the middle here to Curley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A give to McCoy. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Allen now on first down. Curley's got it, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Allen going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Now let's go. Detroit. Detroit. Blue 90. Gone.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Allen looks to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. This give is to McCoy. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense, because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on second down, Allen is going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and throwing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Allen. And able to find Curley. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it with McCoy. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 34. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Green 80. Green 80. Green, it's all right.
On play action, now Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Set. Green 80. Set. Hey, 54, Ricky. Set.
A handoff to Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
39, Lucy. Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Green 80. Green 80. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go. Green 6.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Hey, 5-0.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Punch right, punch right, punch right. Green 80, green 80. Spread right, 72. Hey, 54, Ricky.
On 3rd down, it's Grant, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Now Jones. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here come the Bills. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him in contract time. You can take that one for it.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go now. Detroit.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And caught by Curley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Leopard! Detroit!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he completed 7 straight passes before that one, as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. Now Allen again. Shedding the nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Hauschka missed it left. It's no good for Stephen Hauschka. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx it?
Maybe jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
Now Leonard Fournette. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Green 80. You.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
4 down. Green 80. Green 80. Green, it's not on. Green 6.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Murphy now to return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw, it's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here's Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Allen now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Allen will try again on second down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Allen going to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
And here's Allen on third down. Benjamin with it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And it's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jeremy Curley from 4 yards out. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
Detroit! Detroit!
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.